Good day everyone, welcome to another chess session. Today we will look at the coordinates of every single pieces that are on the board. First of all, we can see that there's a diagram that shows the naming of the coordinates according to the standard chessboard. Well, every single move should be recorded while referring to the notation of the pieces, the movement from one coordinate to another, and in some special cases such as casting, checking, checkmate, and draw that we will get to later. First of all, we can see the horizontal row with letters ranging from A to H, and over here we can see numbers ranging from 1 to 8 for the vertical row. The coordinate is according to both of these letters and numbers. So per se, let's look at D4. Because it's on the D file, that's D, and then because in the fourth row, it's 4, so that means that it's D4. But, as I said earlier, for casting, checking, checkmate, and draw, it's a different story.
This is an example of a chess score sheet that you will be given during a competition. Players will be required to record their names according to each side individual player is playing, the event of the competition, the time control, which is how much time a player is given to think for their best move, and the date, and the ultimately result of the game. As you can see on the left, there's the chess score sheet. This is the example of the chess score sheet. As you can see, white side or black side, you have to write the name, the event, time control, which is the time on the timer, which you can see, the rating, date, and result, which we will write black or white, which shows the winner. And down there is each individual move where you have to record which move did white take and which move did black take at each individual turns. And you have to record it according to the chessmate's notation. As you can see, king is K, queen is Q, bishop is B, knight is N, rook is R, and the pawn has no notation.
Here we can see a diagram on the left which shows the notation for special cases where it will need to be recorded in the chess score sheet during the game. Here we can see check, which you have to add +4 or C8, but plus is much more admirable or preferred. And here we can see checkmate, and symbol for checkmate is hashtag. For castling kingside, it's O-O. For castling queenside, it's O-O-O. For capturing, you have to put an X. So for example, rook takes bishop. And for en passant, it's kind of special. You need to use a letter, which is E dot P dot. And for promotion, you need to put an equal sign. And when white wins the game, you put a 1 on the left hand side, and black wins the game, you put a 1 on the right hand side. So here we can see that the game below shows the movement rook takes e5, where the black player took his best move to trap the king and the queen. And here we can see the rook takes the bishop, and which pins the queen, which means the queen cannot move as it will be an open check for the king. So that means that it is a free move for black.
Let's take a look at the first example. As you can see, the black pawn at C2 is about to move forward. When it does that, it will reach the end of the file, which allows it to promote. We call this move promotion. When it does that, it is able to change itself either into a queen, a rook, knight, or a bishop. As you can see, the black pawn at D5 is trying to capture the white pawn at E4. When it does that, it is called a capture. Let's take a look at the third example, shall we? As you can see, the queen is advancing forward. In this case, it is not a capture. It is because it is trapping the opposite king, which makes it impossible to get out of the situation, which we call it as checkmate. The fourth example is a special one. It is called castling. There is two different types of castling, as you can see. There is the kingside castling and the queenside castling. Let's take a look at what the difference is. Look at the white side. It is called a queenside castling. It is because the king is castling toward the queen side, which is where the queen was originally positioned. The black side, however, is called the kingside castle. It is because it is castling to the opposite side of the queen. And the last, a rare condition in chess. Ampersand. Ampersand is a move in chess. It is a special pawn capture that can only occur immediately after a pawn makes a move or two squares from its starting square. And it could have been captured by an enemy pawn, but it advanced only one square.